Hey guys! So I know I don't typically do anything besides fashion and style and analysis videos on this channel, but today I'd like to share what I did to hack the IKEA TV bench from the BESTA series. And I added these really beautiful fluted doors to it, and I'd love to share this experience with you guys. So I'm gonna make an exception. So without further ado, let's get into it. So what I'm doing here is I'm painting the IKEA BESTA doors in the color Realist Beige. And if you've seen a lot of IKEA hacks out there, but were never brave enough to attempt any of them, everyone is using Accessible Beige by Sherwin-Williams. But we're actually using Realist Beige here because we actually went to a store near us and we found that we really liked the color more when we were looking at the paint swatches, so that's what we went with. I actually had to do like 2 to 3 coats of paint here. I really wish I'd done primer beforehand. I know, I'm an idiot. Because if you know IKEA furniture and if you've looked at a lot of IKEA hacks and DIY videos, everyone is priming IKEA furniture, especially on this white laminate, because it just sucks to get the paint to adhere to this thing because it's such a smooth finished surface, because it is a finish. And because of that, it doesn't like having anything else being put on top of it to finish it, because it's already finished. And typically you're not really supposed to, because that's not what it's meant to be. So we're just painting it, and I wish I used primer because our edges are peeling a little bit, to be honest, and we tried to fix it with some top coat paint by overlapping the edge of the paint with the white laminate edge, because we left the inside white and we just painted the outside. We also didn't feel like we needed to because we didn't want to spend the extra money on paint, because we only bought like a quart of this Realist Beige color, and it was still like $30 for a quart. So a gallon was $90, which is more cost effective, but it is pretty expensive. Sherwin-Williams is not super cheap paint. It is a good brand of paint though, for sure. And prior to this, we actually took these 8-foot long strips of polyurethane molding that we got from Home Depot, and we cut them down to the height of the doors and painted them in the same Realist Beige color, and we gave them a couple of coats. So that's what you're seeing me do here, is take those pieces and glue them onto the doors with these golden finger pulls that we got. We actually realized after we got these gold finger pulls that, oh shoot, should we have done black? And I kind of regret not doing black. My boyfriend had a really good idea when we were doing this that black would have been a good idea, but at this point we already got it and we were waiting for a couple of weeks at this point for all the materials to get in. So we're just like, okay, just do it. Just do it. But let me know down in the comments, do you guys think black would have been a better color versus the golden finger pull colors that we got here? Because for cabinetry and everything, the gold or the black color of your hardware is basically like jewelry. It's jewelry for your cabinets and everything. So let me know down in the comments if you guys think I should have gone with black or gold. I also ended up having to sand some of these pieces because where the finger pull met the fluting, the finger pull was taking up some height space on the doors. So because we made these fluted pieces the exact height of these doors, We actually used a Japanese pole saw to cut these down because we didn't have a circular saw on hand and we weren't driving all the way out to my boyfriend's parents to cut them. So we just cut them with a Japanese handsaw. And we put the shortest piece at the end where the finger pole was, but the piece that was next to the finger pole wasn't quite as short as the one we put underneath the finger pole, so that one had to be sanded down a little bit, so that's what I was doing to make that part fit in. And now I'm just gluing things down. And the reason why you see me using the Pyrex glass bowls is because I didn't think of anything to use at the time, so I ended up using the glass bowls, but then I realized it was better to just lay it down and have the wood board sit on top. So that's what I did. And IKEA sells this wood board that you can have sit on top of the TV bench. We had to actually go to Home Depot and buy these metal brackets, these triangular corner brackets to nail to or screw to the inside of the bench, as you can see, and then also screw that to the studs and locate where their studs were. Because we're renting right now, the wall studs are not gonna be the same place as the next place we go to, so we're gonna have to do this whole process all over again and remap the studs and remap where we're gonna re-drill the brackets into this IKEA BESTA. I suppose it's not the biggest issue in the world because you're not really gonna be seeing where those corner brackets are gonna be, because with the doors you're gonna be covering it. But it's definitely not a great long-term solution. And then after we did all of this, I think we realized that we probably should put a top coat, because without the primer it was definitely going to be a lot more worse for wear on this IKEA BESTA, because the paint was so delicate already on it. So I think after this point we decided we were just gonna go back to Home Depot and buy a can of top coat, and we tried to paint the doors, and that's what you're seeing me do here, is paint the doors. And I put on 2, possibly 3, though I believe it's more like 2 layers of top coat on the doors, as well as the actual body of the TV bench itself. But because we were already losing some paint that was like kind of peeling on the edges, we tried to overlap the top coat at the edge of the paint into the white laminate part, because we left the inside white and the outside we painted this beige color, which hopefully should have helped it a little bit with wear, but it's still not the same as having used primer ahead of time. So my biggest regret was not using primer. In addition, we also had to do a lot of taping so that the paint wouldn't go everywhere. We wanted this to be a good paint job, as well as making the finger pulls not get stained with a bunch of paint and paint and top coat, so we also taped that off. this is honestly the sexiest part of the IKEA BESTA, are the doors. And the doors are kind of finicky because you have to make sure they mount properly, otherwise they're on an angle. Here's the sexiest part. The soft close. Isn't that sexy? If you guys like this video, like and subscribe and check out my other videos on my channel related to fashion and beauty.